Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Tuesday card in this week's tarot story. So today we have the King of Wands. The King is the master energy of the court card. So he's the one who knows what to do with his suit's energy. And in this case, the suit is Wands. And Wands are connected to the element of fire. So they're about feeling impassioned and inflamed, excited, as well as confident and inspired. So this is the master energy of Wands, of inspiration, of power, of passion. And that means not only does he know what he wants to create, he knows how to utilize this sort of raw energy of the Wands to make it happen. So I think it's very interesting that this card, this King card, follows yesterday's card, which was the Knight of Swords. And we talked about how the Knight is the action taker of the court cards, but his rightful role is in service to somebody else, right? So the Knight is not supposed to just run off taking his own action steps. He's supposed to take orders from somebody else, like a king. So today's card is the king that has this sort of spark of imagination, this spark of inspiration and passion and vitality. This will be the king that the Knight of Swords takes orders from. That's how I read this. So the Knight of Swords is the mind. The swords are about the mind. So that means this is the knight that once he knows what he's supposed to do, he can be very clear-sighted, very logical. He's going to focus in and get done what he needs to get done, right? But what does he want to get done, right? Well, that will come from the Knight of Wands. So this card represents to me the intuition's genius, saying, what's the intuition here to do? It knows what it's here to do. Our intuition's not where the confusion takes place, right? Our intuition has an intuitive understanding of what it's here to do. The breakdown usually happens, or always happens, between the conversation or the alliance between the intuition and the mind. The mind has often been told its job is to run the show because we live in a world full of linear intuitives, and in their case, the mind is leading the way. But if you're not a linear intuitive, that means you're a body or a heart intuitive, and that means your intuition is located in a different place from your mind. It's located in your heart or your body. And when that happens, there is a confusion between who is supposed to lead. So the Knight of Swords, if he doesn't have a leader, he thinks he is the leader and he just kind of goes rogue, and he might take lots of different strategies and tries lots of different things. And no matter how confident he is, how hard he goes at something, it just doesn't really seem to work because it turns out, he doesn't really know what we're here to do. But the king does. So this suggests to me that the knight is in his best form when he is in contact with a master energy. And in this case, the master energy represents that passion, that fire, that inspiration that only our intuition holds. And so that is the appropriate working out of direction. The king leads, the knight follows. So we talked yesterday about how, what state of mind is your mind in? Does it feel like it's sort of jumpy? Is it kind of wild? Is it very young and restless, which is kind of hero energy? Or is it willing to kind of settle into a warrior pattern, which is a confident, mature action-taking step, which means it is responsive to instruction and guidance. And so, this is something that we work out for a while. Usually with my clients, we work out this relationship between the intuition and the mind. But the more we work it out, the better it gets. The knight gets more confident, more clear, takes really clear action steps that match what we want and makes things happen in a really powerful way. And the king, whether it's the Wands king or the Cups king, whoever shows up, whatever your intuition responds to, is the energy that can always find the path. It's like sensing the path and giving instructions. And that's when things get so much more interesting and fun in the spiritual journey, when these two energies are working together. So that's our card for today. I invite you to just think about how you see these energies working inside yourself, and maybe what needs to happen to help them work better together, to help clear up any misunderstandings which might be getting in the way, as well as to clear any pain points the mind is suffering with. So that's today's card. See you next time.